Welcome to DotaCard. My name's Skylant, and today we're going to be checking out Pudge, the Butcher. So Pudge as a whole is a little bit more tankier. I mean, he's an initiator, a nuker, disabler, and he is durable, but he tends to put himself into harm's way quite often. In fact, sometimes he can actually hurt himself. Yeah. Well, anyways, he has 70 HP, and he does 14 melee damage with 2 armor, 2 magic resistance, and 2 mana, but he does have the ability to actually gain hit points. And we'll talk about that later. But let's talk about his true calling card, his one iconic card and ability, Meat Hook. Just like the base game, Meat Hook is going to throw a hook in a line and pull whatever card hits. Now remember, they actually just added in minions into the game, so if you see an enemy Pudge, you might want to maintain and keep a minion always in your hand just in case you see Pudge the Butcher coming your way or trying to line up a hook, absolutely, and maybe you can kind of use it as a meat shield. And also inversely, if you're utilizing Pudge, maybe don't crowd the front of him with a bunch of minions as well, because the Meat Hook will pull those guys. The hook is going to do 18 pure damage, so while it is really useful for disjointing an enemy and then can be followed up with CC like with Crystal Maiden, that's a really good combo, but it is pure damage, it's 18, and it's ranged, so you might be able to, I don't know, finish somebody off like that. Doesn't go all the way across the map though. You get 3 spaces, but that's pretty good. Next ability, we have Rot. This is a self-damage ability as well, but it does AoE damage. 6 magical damage. And this is a toggle. The next card we have is Flesh Heap. With this passive activated, Pudge will gain 1 damage per kill and increase his hit points by 2, as well as increasing his magic resistance by 2. And finally, we have Dismember. Dismember will do 10 magical damage over time, but it has to be cast in melee range. This also disables them. Now, the only thing to keep in mind with this character is that every ability kind of needs a follow-up or a preemptive move. Since this is a turn-based game and you can only really do 1 action per turn, Pudge is going to require a lot of effort put forth from your other cards, okay? So maybe it's best to, I don't know, stack CCs. You have Crystal Maidens that can freeze someone in place for the hook or directly after the hook. You also have Nyx Assassin, Wraith King, and overall Pudge the Butcher can be kind of predictable if you just move him alone, so really best to coordinate with the larger picture in mind. It could be a good strategy to keep him in the back and wait for Meat Hook so then you can get that first easy kill when you set that up, and then from there you've got a really meaty locomotive to steamroll and snowball the rest of the game. But in order to create those combos, you need to draw the cards. And remember, Pudge only has 2 mana, and mana overall as a pool dictates your total card draw. So it's even better to match him up with some intellectual heroes like Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's probably the prime candidate as well because she also stacks CC with him. Just keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for taking a look at DotaCard with us today. Hope you enjoyed your stay, hope you have fun, and we'll see you in the next one.